We are going to begin today in a comfortable sitting position. Finding yourself ideally, of course, cross-legged in front of you, but if you need something different, go for it. Bring your body weight back into your sit bones, hands, wherever you want that is comfortable to you. Take a moment to roll your shoulders back and down a couple times. Just kind of explore the neck for a moment. Ooh, little pop there. That's nice. And then as you settle in, close your eyes, sit tall. I'm going to take those beautiful, satisfying breaths, those breaths that just feel so good when we take them deep and slow, and those breaths that we very often forget to do that with. We kind of get distracted a lot in our daily lives, and we let our breath go on autopilot most of the time. And it is really nice to come back to that controlled, mindful breath. Feeling your belly expand with every inhale, then the chest rises, the ribs open. Every exhale, we feel that contraction in the pelvic floor, navel to spine, and the ribs come back together, the chest softens. You might even try to keep that pelvic floor contraction through your inhales as well. That's a little more challenging. Just tuning in, checking in with how you're feeling today. What frame of mind you're holding on to. Letting go of what you can, letting go of what will not serve you today in this class. Maybe even letting go of those things that we hold on to that don't serve us in our life. Tongue at the bottom of your mouth. Letting the eyes flutter open. Taking the right hand, place it out to the side on the floor. You're going to lean into it in a second with a side bend. So with your inhale, left arm extended out and open. Maybe a little palm press if that feels good for that connective tissue and nerve stimulation. Maybe an open, whatever feels nice. And your exhale, you take it into that side bend. Reach it out. Remember to keep both sit bones grounded. Use that bottom hand or elbow pushing into the floor to help press your left sit bone deeper to the ground. Your left rib cage high to the sky. Inhale, we just open again. And exhale, reach out. Same side. One more time. Inhale, open. We can add a little neck movement here if it feels good. And exhale, reach over. So it's nice long breaths. Nice. Your inhale, left hand down, right arm open. And exhale, extend out. We hold this first one just for a moment. Breathe. Now feel out your left and right sides. So one side might be a little tighter, a little looser. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. One more time. Inhale, find a little more space. And exhale, reach out. Both arms to the sky. Inhale to lift. Forward fold. Exhale, reach it out. Any amount. Take any variations you love here. Try to let the arms become as long as possible. Fingers as extended as you can. The hands open. And walk it up. Inhale. Nice. Change the cross of your legs or the extension, depending on what you had. From here, we're going to do some sitting cat-cow. So you're going to take your hands, wrap them around the front of your knees, and you can even open those knees a little bit wider if that feels nice. I like to open a little bit wider. It just feels a little more comfortable. Or about kind of where the top of the shins are, yeah, or knees lower, whatever feels like natural and right to you. Your inhales are going to pull the heart forward and open, shoulders back, open your throat, look up. You can lean forward if it feels good. And exhale, pull the navel in and rock with my left hip, just super popped. And round. Chin to your chest, really pull back for that back stretch. And we go, keep going. Inhale, open. Exhale, round it. Your breath. If you want a little extra, on the inhale when you extend, your chin's looking up. Try to bring your lower jaw, your low teeth, past your front teeth, extending your chin forward. It's going to give you a little stretch and activation right here in that low jaw area. And it's just that little extra. If you want to add it into your movement. It only takes a few minutes. On your exhales, you can choose to take your rib rolls, rolling it around over to one side. Inhales your center. And then taking the other side. But keep going. Even out your sides if you need to. And your next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, no rush. Forward fold, exhale, reach it out. Breathe. Squeezing the belly a little extra on the exhales here, working against gravity. If you call out my name, I'll go from miles away, from high above. Walk it up. I'll be around. It's coming into your all fours, tabletop position. Just call out. We're first actually going to begin today with shoulder push-ups, or shoulder shrugs, sometimes it's called. Spread the fingers wide and flat. You can always do a wrist lift. You can always do onto your fists if you need a little bit less. With your inhale, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back and together along the spine, but the elbows stay straight. Your exhale, push the shoulder blades apart. And again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Don't worry about the spine or the neck. Your exhale, push the shoulder blades apart, pushing through the ground. Keep it going. Inhale, squeeze back. You're going to feel that squeeze through the upper back. And the exhale, push, so you feel a stretch in the upper back. You're creating a little massaging sensation, right? Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze and release. This movement is a great opener for the shoulder joints, but it also creates contractions. There's a nice activation here too, and a little strength into your shoulders and upper back. I don't care where we're going now, going with you. Nice. From here, you're going to drop down to your elbows. Having your fingers facing forward, your knees are about hips width apart, toes facing back, and we're going to find our cat-cows here with the elbows down. So your inhales, pull the elbows slightly in. They don't actually move, but just an activation. Pull in, lift the heart, just the chin. Maybe your chin extends forward again. Your exhale, pull the navel in around. Drop the head between the arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract and round. One more, open. Exhale, contract. Now hold it here and breathe. We're going to add little refinements to this. I'm actually going to give you an activation today that we're going to hold for a bit. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you level variations. This right here, this rounding, this little variation of cat, is your first variation. You might lean a little bit forward into the arms. Curl the toes, and these are just additions if you want to. Knees come off the ground about an inch or two. And maybe you straighten your legs as much as possible for a dolphin pose. So you have all those choices, right? Knees down, knees floating, or dolphin. And we're going to hold this today for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, calm your mind, calm your face. 3, feel your belly move as you breathe. 2, and 1, come back to child pose. If it feels good, bend your elbows in child pose, bring the hands together, and draw your thumbs toward the back of the neck or the back of the shoulders, a little stretch. Really let your lower back expand on those inhales. Soften on the exhales, pelvic floor contraction. You can stay here or walk your arms over to the right as much as you can. The arms are extended as straight as possible, and maybe the left hand crawls over on top of the right hand. Breathing into that left side of your body, your left sit bone trying to come toward that left heel or even past it. Are you ready to release me now? Let the sky fall to the ground. Could we run with the wolves? Could we run? Walk your arms over to the left. Could we run? Reach the arms out as your hips pull back toward that right sit bone or past it. Again, you don't have to do this at all if it's not in your body today. You can just hang out in child pose. Every exhale, look for a little more sensation. You with the sad. Every inhale, look for a little more space, bigger breath. Story life. It's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can return the arms forward. Child pose. Inside you can make you feel so small. Walk the hands in by the knees, press the body out. Nice, come on down to your sit bones. Let's go a little bit forward. We're going to come into a reclining one-legged pigeon on our backs. You're going to come down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Not just starting with those nice knee circles, just massaging around your low spine. You're taking all you can bear. Just call me up, 'cause I will always be there. And I see your bottoms of the feet touch the ground. Your right ankle coming to the top of the left thigh. Flex your foot, spread your toes. You can stay there. Rock it side to side. Don't be afraid. Maybe it's in your practice today to bring the legs closer to the body. If you wanted to use the arms, the right arm goes between the legs, kind of threading through. Left hand around the left shin, the hands find each other. If the shin's not happening, you can go to the back of your thigh, right? Always an option. I know a lot of y'all like to have your left leg straight here as well for that hamstring stretch. It's kind of whatever floats your boat and feels wonderful. Rock walk it around. If you're using your arms, use that right elbow and press into the right thigh to help kind of press that right leg out and away from you. If that's not happening, you can even use the right palm of the hand and press as the left hand hugs in. All this good sensation in the right hip and surrounding area. Remember, if the right knee ever starts to feel a little tweaky, you can always release a bit or really again flex hard in the right foot. That foot flexion helps to engage and protect the knee joint. This world makes you crazy. Taking all you can bear, just call me. Okay, this right foot only is going to come down to the ground, whether you want it to be flat or extended, up to you. Left knee, you're still hugging in. Okay. Move your hands to the back of your thigh. From here, take this whole left leg. You're going to try and push it out or reach it out to the front wall. So your arms, because they're interlaced, your arms are hooked. Your arms are going to get pulled with the leg. The leg is moving forward. The arms are being pulled. The leg is pulling the arms. And with that, let your shoulders move forward and down. So you're looking for arm extension stretch, a little opening your elbow joints and shoulders. We're feeling this around the top to back of the shoulders. Now, if you need more, you could really press that leg forward so the heart comes up, the head drops back, and we find ourselves in a variation of a fish pose. Sometimes I like to sway the leg a little bit left and right, up and down. And release. Beautiful. Give that left leg one extension up for a moment because it was bent for a while. You can move the hands up to your calf or ankle or foot. It's a nice little hamstring opener, calf opener, back of the knee. Roll the ankle around if it feels good. Even do a little wiggle of your hips. Sometimes that feels really nice. I know I like it. And release it down. Take a little reset stretch. Legs out, arms over the head, and just stretch, stretch, stretch. Shake it out. Nice. Return the knees in. And take your left ankle, top of the right thigh, and then you're going to find your little one-legged pigeon stretch here. Maybe add the arms. Opposite finger on top if you're interlacing. Flex your feet, spread the toes. Press that left leg away. Breathe.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven and touch. I wanna hold you so much. As long as love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true.
And then just taking away that left foot. Place it onto the ground, either flat or extended, your choice. Hug the right knee into the body just for a moment.
The side of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak, but if you feel like
And then taking the hands on the back of your thigh. And again, this is the opposite finger on top for the interlace than you had before. And then let that leg move toward the front wall of wherever you are. Let your arms get pulled forward, the shoulders pulled up and forward. And you can take a little sway. The leg moving. The leg is what's in control. The leg is dominant. Maybe the leg goes a little forward, a little bit back, and again, you can always let the heart lift and the head drop back for a little fish variation. And gently release. Let the right leg extend up to the sky any amount. Find a nice releasing, opening stretch in the back of the leg. And if it feels good, you can even wiggle your hips a little bit, left and right.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I need you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby.
Then bring it down, extend, and find that little reset stretch again. Wiggle it out.
Trust in me when I say,
Take your knees into the chest. Give yourself 3 spinal rolls to come up to sitting. 1, 2, and 3. Stay here. Let your legs extend straight out in front of you. You're going to flex your feet, spread your toes. We're going to find this is actually called staff pose. You're going to bring your hands down by the sides of your hips, so the arms are lined up just under the shoulders, right? They're not too far behind, not too far forward, just directly under. Be careful not to lock your elbows. As you can see, this is me with a locked elbow. Doesn't that look like it's broken? No. Keep your arms straight, but not locked. From here, push into the arms. Let your shoulders push down. You're going to feel a little bit of weight come out of your sit bones. It's not much, and your sit bones probably don't even lift off the ground. It's just a slight activation here. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You feel all of that in the arms, the shoulders, the back, right? Small activation, huge results or huge benefits. Go ahead and roll that out. Roll your wrists. Cobbler, bring the soles of your feet together, butterfly your knees out. We're actually going to be focusing on the upper back and shoulders for a moment with this pose. So your choice to bring that cobbler tight into the body or far from the body for a softer sensation. You can always change your mind in the middle, it's okay. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, palms can touch or not, but they're facing each other. From here, just pushing your knuckles into the ground, try to find an extension. Let your heart puff up, let your shoulders pull back, look up slightly. Now, so for some of you, just this is a lot in your body. Hold this. You might even relax anytime you need to, but if you're feeling good and you want to go deeper, start to lead with your heart, coming forward. You might even bring a block under your head if you'd like. And the arms extend as much as possible. You could roll the shoulders in the sockets. And if you're down low, we're going to come up again. Inhale all the way up, look up all the way where we started, and release and relax it. And return to all fours, tabletop. Take a moment to have one leg stretch out behind you and then the other alternating. I'm here, recenter. And we're going to start to work our way into a little lizard. So you can take an extension of the leg out and then step it, or you can just step it. You don't want to do the extension, that's fine. A lizard here, or walk your back leg out. Hips start to melt. This is just as much as you need it to be. You might come down to one or two elbows. Roll it around as it feels good. You might come down all the way to your chest or your head. Option of your crooked monkey. Bending your back knee, reaching back with the right hand to this left foot, and hugging into the sit bones. You can even still rock around here. Even if the hand doesn't quite reach the knee, or just having that knee bend and activated, you're going to create that stretch in the top of your thigh, and it can still be done with your hips kind of up and if you're up on the hands. Grab and hug. Yeah? You promised the world and I I put you first and you adored it. Set first in my forest and you let it burn. Sing off key in my chorus. If you're holding that back foot, let it go. Nice. From here, take your back leg and you're going to just scoot it 1 little inch over to the right. Yeah, a little scoot there. From here, roll to the side of that left hip. This is because I'm not mirroring you. It's your left hip. Great. So we often do this and I call it horizon, but we're going to do something different today. We're going to take a side one-legged pigeon. So what's going to happen here is your left hand is going to grab the right ankle. Your right arm is going to wrap around the leg and hug this into your body. And then you're going to explore a little bit. Rock the hips around and find your stretch. Something a little different today, something a little new. But I feel it best when I kind of roll my hips backward a little bit, pulling my right hip back. That's where I feel it. Now be mindful that the front toes, you're not letting the toes just kind of swing out to the side, right? But kind of draw those toes in and try to keep the toes facing as much forward toward the front of the mat as you can. And if I roll a little bit forward, the sensation changes to my left hip inside. I roll backward, it shifts to my right hip. So it's kind of fun. Feeling up that you can. All right, you're going to return into your lizard. And we're going to take that right leg back where it was. Oh, yeah, should be a big release there. You know, somehow it just feels right to come onto the belly. So let's come onto the belly. Let's bring the elbows in underneath the shoulders and finding your Sphinx pose. Forearms are parallel. We're elbows directly into shoulders, elbows bent 90 degrees. Legs can be wide, legs can be close together, whatever feels nice for your back. I like wide legs always. Inhale, press the shoulders down, lift the heart, lift the chin. You might even extend your jaw forward. As you exhale, turn your head to the right and pour out of the crown of the head. Inhale, center, look up. Exhale, turn your head to the left, pour it out. Any heaviness in the head, any clutter in the mind, let it all just pour out. Inhale, center. One more time, to the right. Keep pressing the ground away. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, hold. Holding here in Sphinx. Really activating. Pressing the ground away. Looking up. If you want more, seal pose. The hands don't move. And we extend the arms straight in. Don't sink into your shoulders. Push the shoulders away. Look up. Breathe. 5,
But I'm done chasing bodies.
4,
I'm done chasing bodies.
3, look for a little bit more. 2, 1. Come on, all the way down, all the way down. Cactus arms to the side or down by the sides of your body. Turn your head over to one side, lay cheek or ear to the mat. Let your shoulders be heavy, let your whole body just melt.
But I get so high just being around you. Don't need anything to. No, that'll be true.
Gently move the head through center and turn to the other side. And close your eyes. Long, deep breath. Feel your belly push into the mat when you inhale, pulling away when you exhale. Return the head to center. Bring your hands by the sides of the chest. We're going to come back up to all fours. When it feels good, let's do a quick little puppy while we're here. Arms extend out, tailbone to the sky. It's a nice release. Hips are over your knees as much as they can be. Chin and chest to the ground or forehead to the ground. Forehead can also be up on a block if you prefer. That same reach and extension of the hands that you find in your child pose and your forward folds when we're sitting. Returning up. Walk the hands in. Beautiful. Let's do the other side with that little lizard and side one-legged pigeon series. You can extend your left leg out first if you want to, or just step it out to the outside of your left pinky finger. As much as we can, and try and keep our toes facing forward when we transition to that pigeon. Now you can stay high here. You can start to walk it back. Any amount that gives you sensation. High on the hands, low into the elbows. Roll the hips around. Come and go. And reckless season. If you want to go there, crooked monkey is an option. Bending the back knee, reaching back with your left hand to find the foot. And once you show the shapes you pull, count the ways I see. And if you're holding on to that back foot, let it go. Take your back leg, walk it one little inch over to your left. This allows you to kind of roll into that right hip a little bit easier. We're looking for that pigeon. You can even stay here. You don't have to use the hands if you're already feeling a lot of sensation. But if you need it, the right hand is looking for the ankle. The left arm is hugging the leg. And you bring this into your body, into your chest as much as you can. And then roll those hips a little bit back or forward to find your stretch. Be mindful not to just kind of sink in and collapse into that right shoulder. Don't get lazy in the pose. Push that right shoulder away. Yep, so again, when I rock my hip back a little bit, that's where I feel it in the left hip. And soon Unfit to fight a frozen sun. Love, my love, and I. Here we're going to release. You're going to stay down on your elbows and come on down to your belly again. So you can kind of just sweep that leg back. Ooh, big release. Come on down to your belly. Find that position of your legs wide or together. Maybe roll at the ankles. And we're going to bring our hands in either by the side of your chest, or you can go a little bit lower, the elbows stacked over the wrist if you want something a little bit more. Your inhale, just roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart a little bit. No pushing through the hands yet. As you exhale, let the chest come down. Roll the shoulders a little bit forward. And inhale, shoulders roll back. Lift the heart. Exhale, down. And you can choose to roll the shoulders a little bit forward when you come down like a release, but you don't have to. Make sure you roll them back before you come up. Inhale up. Now your choice. You can push into those hands and lift any amount. Maybe you find your up dog. And exhale, come down. Inhale, roll back. Lift it up. Exhale, down. Any amount. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last time. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale down. All fours. Child pose. Anything you love in your child pose that feels good. We'll make this work. I know we can be stronger. We can be stronger now. All fours. And here we're going to move it into a standing forward fold. So we're going to open up your legs a little bit wide, curl your toes forward. We're just going to kind of walk it back into the fold. So walk it back, lift the knees, extend your hips to the sky, fold your body down, and just enjoy it for a bit. You can always open your legs wider if you need a little bit more softness, more space. Make sure if you are bending the knees, your knees stay open in line with your toes. Toes forward, toes are spread, arches are lifted. Thighs are firm. Make this work, I know we can be stronger, we can be stronger now. Make this work, I know we can be stronger, we can be stronger now. Letting your spine decompress. Letting this lovely blood rush come into the brain, face. That we can be stronger, we can be stronger now. That we can be stronger, we can be stronger now. Then take your hands into your shins and press the body up halfway. Stay here. If you did enjoy a nice blood flushing into the head and the face, when you come halfway up, it'll kind of come back a little bit, and it should feel like a nice little rush. I enjoy it. We're going to keep our back nice and flat, and then and walk our hands up the thighs, all the way up, standing. Whew. Nice. And your toes facing forward, your feet either hips width apart or they can touch and be together. Your inhale, sweep the arms up and open. Side bend over to your right. Exhale. Lots of options here. Arms can extend. Right arm can drop down for less. You can take that right hand and grab the left wrist and pull. You could interlace all but your pointer fingers. Inhale, return up. Exhale over to your left. And again, arm down, arms out. Left hand pulls the right wrist, or interlace all but the pointer fingers, opposite finger on top. Your choice. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift. Over to the right, exhale. Center. Left. Center, open the legs wide, a little bit wider than your shoulders. And we do it again. Over to the right. Inhale, center. Over to your left. One more time. Maybe change a different arm position this time. Inhale up. Over to the right. Inhale, center. Left. Inhale, center. Heart. Breathe in. Nice. Walk your feet in together. From here, toes facing forward, bring the feet kind of close. We're going to do a little balance. You're going to lift up the heels as high as you can and breathe. Press your palms, activate them. Activate the arms. Breathe. Imagine you have a little ball between your ankles and you're squeezing that ball. You can hold me. Even let you undress my mind. Say goodbye and watch it then press rewind. Take any breaks you need. I can give you. Try to stay in it if you can. The breath flowing. The face soft. Tighten your pelvic floor. Tongue at the bottom of your mouth. And slowly let the heels come down. Try to go low with control, not just dropping them. You can move the hands if you want to, but just take the alternating rolls of the ankles and alternating presses of the tops of the feet. Moving into our Malasana Yogi Squat to come down to the floor. Open legs a little bit shoulder wide or so. You can always adjust the width as we move into it. Half Malasana first, half squat. Elbows on top of your thighs. Little half squat. Supported and nice. You can always move around here. And as you're feeling good, we start to let those hips come down, the arms slide inside the legs, and press the legs out and wide. There are options here. If your heels don't quite find the ground, you can always turn your toes out to the side, and that can really help start to ground down. You can tuck a blanket edge underneath the empty space of the heels. Breathe. You can stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, hands down to the floor and start to walk it forward and stretch down. Feel free to wiggle the hips left and right and explore. Returning the hands into the heart. Interlace your fingers. Draw your palms up to the sky as much as possible. Try to keep your chin out of your throat. 5, 4. Arms trying to go behind the ears. 3, 2, one, release. With or without using your hands to help you, down to your sit bones. Let your legs come out in front of you, give them a nice shake out. Beautiful. Come up to the front of your mat and take about 3 or 4 spinal rolls to bring yourself down to your back. When you get to your back, find your knee circles once more. Knees coming into your chest. Wrap your arms around the legs as much as you can. Try to grab your opposite hand or arm as much as possible. Squeeze in your head on the floor, your shoulders soft. Feet are side by side. Pelvic floor tighten. Arms release, opening out to the side. Legs go to the right. Find your final twist. Head turn to the left if it's okay for your neck. Of course, if you want more, you can cross either leg over the other. You can extend the legs. Find your favorite twist. As you inhale, return to center and realign. Taking your favorite twist over to your left. Head turning to the right if you can. And mindful breath. And returning to center. Give yourself a personal practice moment as those last pose or last stretch or squeeze that you feel your body needs we didn't get to today. Okay, every body means something a little different. And our bodies change every day. And as you settle, coming into your Shavasana, while I find your music, take a moment to sort of release any last fidgetiness, right? So a little curl, wiggle the toes, the fingers, shake things out a little bit, open your mouth, stretch out your jaw. Letting out any restlessness, allowing your body to become still, heavy. And notice anytime the breath starts to go on autopilot again, and the mind wanders. Stay mindful of the breath. Move it with intention and purpose. Try to suspend your exhale as long as you can before taking your next breath. Noticing that pause between the end of the exhale and the beginning of the inhale. That moment of perfect stillness. Now let yourself find natural breath, but still in control, still mindful. And let your mind do whatever it wants in the moment. But observe your own mind from a zoomed out perspective, as if you're watching the replay of a movie. No attachment, no judgment. As you are watching your own mind from this zoomed out perspective, notice if the breath or the body reacts. Notice any tension that occurs. Change the breath, the muscles of the face. That practice of observing our own mind, keeping a sense of calm, and let your awareness return to space you're in. The feel of the ground beneath you, the movement of your clothing, breathing deeper and fuller. Movement returning to your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. You might feel like you haven't moved in ages. If you'd like to, that stretch of the arms over the head, that yawn and stretch of the jaw and wiggle of the tongue. Walking the feet in, maybe giving the knees a hug if it feels good. Rolling over to either side of your body. Beginning to make your way gently to your comfortable sitting position. How do you feel? What is the state of mind you're holding right now? The energy you are keeping, the energy you are creating, the energy that you are emitting from your own body, the space around you, the people around you. And as we inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, bring the hands further to the heart. So much gratitude, we say to each other. Namaste.